Awesome. So all players are already ready now. Huh. Nice move. Killer in the bomber. We've got Killer and nullkuhl. Swift demise. Killer actually sets a custom waypoint for his units on this middle outpost. So as he builds these tanks, he's harassing with his bomber, trying to do as much damage as possible, kill as many creeps as possible, and the tanks will move themselves to this outpost and start attacking these things. Now, if someone doesn't come here and micro them, he may start losing some tanks, but that's a cool move. Taking out all these creeps so that blue team is unable to capture anything, while meanwhile nullkuhl already taking over the left side. Now blue team, meanwhile, they are the bucket punters. We've got Pave and we've got Tihatavoda. They're trying to neutralize these posts, but they're getting so much harass from this bomber. Already lost 2 tanks, going to lose a third, going to lose a fourth. So Pave unable to micro all that stuff away. Now if Killer's not careful, he's kind of overextended here. He could very well just get killed. Ooh. Ooh. But the Neo's faster. Oh. Pave the Neo not using his speed to go ahead and kill Killer. So we've got some more harassment. Tihatavoda going ahead and killing these Dillos. But he's running real low on health. He's going to have to charge up with that Q heal and gets right on out of there. So red team does have a little bit of an outpost advantage. And by a little bit, I mean literally 2-0. Okay, now that's 2-1, so it's only twice as many. Looks like I've got some frame drops. Looks like the stream is broken. Oh, great. Well, Comcast has officially fucked us. Oh, well. So Comcast doesn't love us, but we'll manage. We've got Tihatavoda and Pave are both going against each other here. Airmech is not a 2D game. Airmech is a 3D game. In fact, I should be able to completely mess everything up and go free cam mode, but let's not. Yes, take it away. Take it away. So Pave dropping some heavy mines out in the field on his own side, predicting that red team's just going to come straight through, but that's kind of unlikely. Odds are that red team's just going to park right here, take this middle outpost, call it quits for that. Now you do have all these tanks lined up. The bomber Mantis Strike, bomber is Killer. He's going to be able to take out some of these tanks really quick. He's just staying on the ground, not using the bombs. Pave going ahead, quietly taking some of those lock boxes. Tihatavoda going ahead, moving out, trying to put his units somewhere more useful. That somewhere useful had better be this outpost, or red team's just going to muscle them out of it. So that is going to be where the next fight happens. Now these mines get nullified by that ratchet as well, so even though he had the foresight to put them down, they're just not going to be very useful. They're going to suck down upkeep. Now red is getting a little bit scattered here. It looks like they did a formal capture command rather than a custom waypoint, so they did split up and try to filter around the outpost. Compared to blue's column, blue's got a focus fire, but that bomber, that Mantis Strike, actually does pass through the units and manages to kill several tanks down. Now that red owns the outpost, they're just dumping more tanks on top of this pile throughout the thick of it. Pave is going to drop some more heavy mines, but once again, heavy mines are kind of good in preemption of a push. They're not really good in reaction to a push. They've got that long activation time, and they only do anything. They only detonate when units move. So actually a couple of those getting some good kills on some flackers, and they are moving these units. These red units are squirming around, but they're just not going to land on those heavy mines until... Oh, you watched him put these down. Don't push. So I guess we'll see how that pans out. Blue team is getting muscled off. They've got virtually no units. Their entire upkeep, this 24, is pretty much all heavy mines. And with these couple of ratchets, those heavy mines are going to get eaten off. nullkuhl going ahead and pulling that max cap off even more. Going to neutralize that right side with his just Osprey fire and a couple of tanks. So Pave being sneaky-like with his coasting around invisible and dropping heavy mines, but ultimately they need more ground. They need to maintain this outpost. They need to get some creeps in there and lock that down. Killer might actually get taken down here, but he uses that Q heal and manages to get out just fine. Don't push. I know it's tempting, but don't do it. Okay, so he knows there's heavy mines here, and he's planting all these ratchets around to try and take care of those heavy mines before he moves. Uses his kind of weak bomber guns to kill the Neo. Neos are not very well armored. So the Gemini will almost be able to take out that socketed T99 since it's getting healed by these two different ratchets. Tihatavoda, meanwhile, drops down with its Warthog and just starts taking these things out. Pave still with the heavy mines. I don't want to criticize too much, but you may be over-investing in heavy mines here and not enough in units that actually shoot things. Because there's a lot of mines around, there's a lot of repair units, the Osprey, the Ratchet, it should be able to basically keep those heavy mines from doing anything anytime soon. Meanwhile, Killer with a Bomber is able to kill any units that actually do come out. Tihatavoda trying to kill nullkuhl, but just unable to do it. So, Swift Demise looks like it will exhibit yet another Swift Demise, but this time over the Bucket Punters. So we've got Jokers squirming around. Killer with another custom waypoint. Every unit he builds is going to automatically bring itself into this fight and park right here, which is actually really creative play when you think about it, because he can use his bomber to get down and swirl around and kill everything without having to really care about his macro management, without having to care about how is he going to get new units around. nullkuhl, meanwhile, building up a small force of these heavy tanks. That's something that the Osprey is really good with, because you just can't kill them. They got too high of a health pool, so this is now kicking into domination. You see all this blue on the minimap? That's the 24 heavy mines that are keeping blue from building any units to respond to this. So, a little bit of an upkeep mislay. Still laying heavy mines down. It's just, I'm not seeing the benefit there, but this is going to be a GG. Swift MI is going to take this game over the Bucket Punters in this bracket 10. We will be moving into bracket 11. GG. Thanks for playing. I appreciate it. I appreciate you people who showed up. You're fun. You're the reason this is fun.